going on with the co-founder and songwriter producer of Casey and the Sunshine Band, Mr. Richard Finch. So the thing is that Rick didn't really want to go back to the original type of sound of the disco era type situation. He really wanted to grasp on the modern day type of situation, and he was listening to my fresh takes and stuff that I was doing, and we just, we just connected to actually bring out this energy down to be able to give you that funky dance type feel, you know. So it's a feel good record. It's about love. It's about that high energy, sunshine sound type situation with a sweet voice, you know. And we're getting a lot of good feedback from the record, and we're just basically trying to see where it's going to go even further than that, you know. So that's the most important thing about it. From Get Down Tonight to Need It Tonight. You see what's going on.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I definitely see that. Now, one quick question before we let you go. Are you going to be doing some touring in support of it?
Yes, we're putting some things together to be able to go around and do some touring and stuff. Right now, we're doing heavy promotion with overseas in Europe, the Netherlands, and Australia. A couple of house movements, especially
Gotcha.
down here in, for the WMC that's coming in March. We mainly just hitting real hard with the sound because right now it's really like shocking people because they was like so intricate to that sound for so long, and the next thing you know, you hit them again when they're like, oh man, this is really feeling good to us. That bass,
right.
That funk, you know. So that's what we're doing right now. We're shocking all the people to say that we're back and we're strong and we're going to hit you with this stuff nonstop to let you know that Sunshine Sound is back and we ain't going nowhere.
Okay, now
I'd also like to add that we're
Sure.
very grateful. We're very grateful that you and Don Cohen have connected us together. So, you know, it can help. Maybe you never know. You might even end up breaking the record from out of this station. So, we have other people also on it, but we are very, very grateful indeed for the exposure that you're giving us. Is priceless.
It's a two-way street. We're grateful to have you on with us.
Yes,
and
God bless you, and thank you so very much.
Our whole thing here on the David Bowers Awards is putting out one more stage, one more way for emerging artists to reach out with their music and their talents and show it off. And if somebody breaks something off of our show, it just makes it so much the better for us. We want to thank you both for being here, sharing your time with us, and thank you for letting us give the audience a chance to listen to Ron Lewis Smith II. It's called Need It Tonight.
So baby, just come, give me more. When I look Hi, this is indie recording artist Nikki Chris, and you're listening to The David Bowers on Blog Talk Radio.
Thank you so much, Nikki. Glad to have you stop by. And thank you to Ron and Rich for coming in and sharing that whole new experience. Really an exciting thing to be able to basically introduce the second generation of KC and the Sunshine Band.
You could definitely hear the influence, and I enjoyed listening to it. And the second song, the new song, Need It Tonight, I think that's got the potential to really go far. I mean, the production is right on it. The beat is right. You can dance to it. You can get down tonight to it.
There you go. And next, we've got a new release to get to. These are old friends of ours who have been on here a couple of times already. They're back with their latest. They go by the name of World5, and you may remember them from this track, Maybe There's a Way.
It seems like only yesterday I held you so close to me, but now you're so far away. Maybe there's a way I can live without you, but it might take the rest of my life. Maybe someday I can forget about you. It won't be tomorrow or the day that I die. I can search the world over, but I know that when I'm finally through, it doesn't matter what path I take, all roads lead back to you. Maybe there's a way I can live without you, but it might take the rest of my life. Maybe someday I can forget about you. It won't be tomorrow or the day that I die. Maybe there's a way I can live without you, but it might take the rest of my life. Maybe someday I can forget about you. It won't be tomorrow or the day that I die. Maybe there's a way I can live without you, but it might take the rest of my life. Maybe someday I can forget about you. It won't be tomorrow or the day that I die.
That is World5 from their album Heartbeat of the World, which they broke right here on the David Bowers Awards. And they are back with a brand new lead singer, and we're going to meet him right now by the name of Mr. Lou Evans. Hello, Lou.
Hello, how is it going?
Hey, it's going, Lou, and glad to have you with us. Welcome to World5 as well as to our show. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, and I'm glad to be here.
Our pleasure to have you here. And as I said, World5 has been a repeat guest on the show, and we are so happy and honored to be able to introduce your new single. Now, tell us a little bit about Lou Evans.
Right, yeah. So, born in Scottsdale, Arizona. I grew up in Milpitas, California, in the Bay Area near San Jose, San Francisco. And my background, I was a baseball player. I was a left-handed pitcher in the Marlins organization from 2001 to 2005. I got hurt my second year. I had to get reconstructive elbow surgery, but I came back strong. And then ultimately, in June of 2005, I just chose to go the route of music. I started to, I guess you could say, I identify myself as a musician that can play ball rather than, vice versa. So
right.
I went that route and started, writing a lot more of my own music and formed a band in different places where I've lived. And then eventually I got to record I got to record a full album and an EP and a single. I had a really good friend of mine that did all that did all the producing for me, and it worked out wonderful. I got to really be creative, get to tap into my creative side, and get to go out and perform, and that's really one of my favorite things to do. So
yeah, it is
right now. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, what I get to do now is I'm a new dad. I have a little 8-month-old son with my wife. And
congratulations.
Yeah, and I get to be a part of a phenomenally talented group of guys.
Absolutely, and it's important that you find out what you identify as, what you want to be, and that you go for it, which is why I've been doing this kind of stuff for way longer than I care to count. John Bon Jovial and we met a long time ago in radio, and you just can't get it out of your blood. John Bon Jovial, you want to chip in here?
I want to compliment you on your music. I think that from what I've heard of, well, of course I'm familiar with the song that we just played. I have not heard the new one yet, and this is by design because Dave will always spring it on me during the show itself because he wants my honest opinion. And if this is anything like what I've heard from World5 in the past, then I'm very much looking forward to hearing your song.
Wonderful.
But yeah, I oh sure. No, I like. I've always liked what your mates have done because it's always kind of reminded me of an '80s kind of a sound, and there was some really good music that came out of that era. So very glad to see that World5 is continuing that tradition.
Yeah. And Lou, if I may, let me ask you, World5 is unique in the business. There aren't a lot of bands together who never get together, who do all of they mail it in. And what was your first impression when you were in contact with them and thinking about, maybe working with them and finding out how they do what they do?
Right. So my first impression was actually possibility. And the reason why I thought possibility was because of, well, I'm a very busy guy. And when Raymond, our drummer, he was he has been our main point of contact with the band. And he was very persistent with contacting me, and from the very beginning, I said, hey, this might be difficult for me because, I'm a full-time musician. I was doing a part-time job. I was having a baby. I had a lot going on, and I didn't want